Hey guys, I'm Andrew Frederick, and this is Ask a Developer. Our question today comes from Star, and she asks, what's the difference between geofencing and beacons? That's a good question. Beacons and geofences try to achieve a similar goal. They both want to identify a user's proximity to a particular location. Geofencing uses GPS coordinates to encapsulate an area and takes the user's latitude and longitude to determine whether they're inside that region, outside that region, or when they've crossed in or out of it. On the other hand, a beacon like this uses Bluetooth Low Energy to estimate your proximity to it. Because it uses so little power, a battery can last upwards of 3 years before having to replace it. If you have an iPhone 4S or newer, you have a mobile device that's able to communicate with these beacons. If you have an app running that's designed to communicate with this particular beacon, you can get within 50 meters and then it triggers the notification that you've entered its range. The beacon is unable to pinpoint your location on a map, but that's not its goal. It wants to know if you're in range of its signal, and if so, about relatively how close. The signal is broadcast in a sphere around the beacon, and you can configure your app to trigger particular events like entering the beacon's range, leaving the beacon's range, getting within a few feet, or even within a few inches of it. This functionality is a game changer in the retail market and has real-world implications in nearly every field. It will have an impact on our lives as much as, if not more than, GPS already has. Because a beacon is so small, you can think of it like a mobile geofence, one that can be put on a bus or car or any moving object. Because each beacon broadcasts its own unique signal, you're able to interact with multiple beacons simultaneously. Think of an automated home system where you have beacons placed throughout your house and you can walk in and out of rooms and lights turn on and off automatically. One thing to understand about beacons is that they don't transmit data to your device. It's up to your app to determine what to do when inside or outside of a beacon's range. Geofencing with GPS is an expensive technology. It has a huge impact on your device's battery life and requires satellites and cell phone towers in order to pinpoint your location. Communicating with a beacon via Bluetooth Low Energy has a very minimal impact on your battery life. A beacon is a small, inexpensive mobile device that over time will just continue to shrink in size and cost. These two technologies complement rather than conflict with each other. If you're building a location-aware app, you can pinpoint your users down to the inch. As with GPS, Bluetooth Low Energy must be opted in by the user, and they can opt out at any point, either on a per-app basis or altogether. Proximity detection with beacons opens up a whole new way of interacting with our surroundings. As developers, it's our job to push this technology in new and creative directions, and the future of beacons looks very promising. That's it for this Ask a Developer. If you have questions, tweet them to #AskADev or leave them in the comments.